blessed morning to all of you. This morning I want to meditate with all of you on the theme Finding Hope Under Pressure from 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verses 1 to 12. People face pressure, problems and pain as part of their everyday existence. Normally, people face the stress of life and just keep going through it day after day. Occasionally, the pressure gets to them and they give up and crumble and they are left in hopelessness. For many, hopelessness has become a part of their life. But as the child of God, it's at this point that we must strive to discover how the pressures of life can help us bring hope instead of despair. The Apostle Paul wrote the letter to the Thessalonian church to encourage this young church because they were under so much pressure. He wrote to tell them with hope and to understand the purpose of pressure. My dear friends, motivation makes all the difference. When the pressures of life is on, I'm more motivated than at any other times in life. The good news is that because Jesus is risen, there is hope. So, in the first 12 words of Paul's letter to the Thessalonian church, we can learn about how hope gives us comfort even under pressure. I want to bring 4 encouragement to all of us, especially if you are going through pressures in life and you have given up hope in your life. The first encouragement: hope grows under pressure. As Paul writes this, he points out some interesting things that are taking place. He reminds them that their faith is growing, their love is increasing, they are standing tough and they are facing it together. Sometimes we make great discoveries about God when we are not expecting it the most. When we are under pressure, we are able to see the way God provides and cares for us, and that brings hope. God does some of His greatest works in our life when we are under extreme pressure. My dear friends, never forget, it takes broken soil to produce a crop. It takes a broken cloud to give rain. It takes broken grain to bring bread. It takes broken bread to give us strength. So in the midst of stormy times that we are going through in life, we find that the power of God is at work when we need it the most. The power awakens within us awareness that we are not alone. That is the power that brings us hope. And this brings us hope even under pressure. The second encouragement: hope progresses under pressure. Usually, we don't think about the fact that God is in the process of doing something in our life. Even when life is rough, I realize the Father is molding me into something far greater than I am right now during the tough times in life. I think it is good for us to remember that while life is so rough at times, there is something else that is going on. God is at work. God is in the process of making us different, better, and more usable for His glory. It doesn't mean that pressures go away, but it does mean that pressure has a purpose in life. My dear friends, hope lives when we begin to understand that. The third encouragement: hope finds peace under pressure. My dear friends, when the pressure is on, we discover the peace of God. It is that peace that reminds us that God is with us and He is in charge, even at that point of time when you are going through extreme pressures in life. He is very aware of all that is happening around us, so we can find our comfort and our hope that even when you are mistreated, when you go through unjust things in life, when you are under extreme pressures in life, God is still in control of everything that is happening to us. To find peace, it is important to trust God to find peace even under pressure. And that gives us hope. We will survive. We will cope with the pressures because we are not facing it alone. And that makes the difference. The fourth encouragement: hope keeps us going under pressure. This, my dear friends, is a good news to all who hope in Jesus, all who have an intimate personal relationship with Him. I realize that hearing that there is hope to be discovered even in the midst of pressure might not be exciting to some. Many would say, I don't want to find hope. I just want the pressure to end. At some point, the pressure really does end. The great thing about being a believer, and one of the attractive things about Christianity for non-believers, is that there is a promise of a day when the pressures of this life will end. And on that day, everything is gone forever. We will never be faced with pressures again because Jesus is risen. My dear friends, there is hope. Now that is the best news that we could ever hear. That hope allows us to face life every day knowing that God is in perfect control. That hope allows us the freedom to become all that God has called us to be. That hope restores meaning and purpose from the rubbles of our shattered lives. When everything has crumbled, everything has fallen apart. My dear friends, we do not have to face problems, pains and pressures alone. The one who created us, the one who loves us, will be with us through every tough situations that we go through in life. As I conclude, let us keep in mind that often in our lives, we find ourselves in situations where we do not know what to do. The circumstances of life have run out of control and the pressure is so overwhelming you cannot take it anymore. But the promise of God is that in that moment, He does what needs to be done. The good news is that the Father who knows our struggles stands with us. And we never face the pressures of life alone. That security and confidence brings us hope. My dear friends, that hope is a precious gift given to us because Jesus lives. And because of this fact, we have the confidence that we can face hope under pressure. May God bless us all. Until next time, take care and God bless.